Namaste, namaskaram, vanakkam, namo namaha, Jai Ganesha. Please visit our website at classicalyoga.org. And there's a donate button if you'd like to help us out. And please stand up for the Hindu, yoga, religious, spiritual, scientific, philosophical lifestyle. It's all of those. Today's podcast, Nav Srastis, 9 emanations of creation, with the 10th connecting device, and perhaps a different understanding of moksham and kaivalyam. Let's go back to when we were in deep sleep, in the no-thingness. Not nothing, but a subtle something that we were not aware of. And we all need to go into this no-thingness every night in order to be refreshed in the somethingness of our external life, from the most subtle internal to the external and back again, from zero to many. This is the binary system. Remember, it was the Hindus who came up with the numeral 0 for computations, without which we'd have no life itself, certainly no technology, the binary system. So Sunyam, the no-thingness, the absolute. Not nothing, but so subtle, so refined, and we come out into the expansive nature of creation. Brahman, Bri, to expand. Remember, Brahman has nothing to do with the Christian term God, which, remember, is a relatively recent term. And again, all of these terms, these words, they help us to navigate through life. But there is a deeper realm, obviously, beyond words, beyond even the very mind. Yato vacho nivartante prapyas manasa saha. Beyond the speech, even beyond the very mind that seeks to comprehend. This is why, in using words, Hindus refer to this inner essence beyond the mind as the not mind, or the Atmana. A subtle, subtle experience of pure existence, Sat, pure consciousness, pure energy, sound energy, light energy, Chid, internal knowledge. And this energy manifests in warmth or heat, Ananda. Hence, this experience is defined as Sat Chit Ananda, pure consciousness, pure existence, pure energy, from the subtlest to the gross, sound energy, light energy, heat energy which becomes felt as the inner warmth or bliss, ananda, or pure love, if you will, priya ananda. A little reflection shows that this is the inner essence of all of us. Other animals also share in this experience, pure energy, pure light, which remembers also the feeling of lightness, a joyousness, a buoyance, and an inner experience of bliss, ananda. So from the Sunyam, life expands, Brahman, the Big Bang. To the allness of creation, Sarvam. To the pure existence, the pure consciousness, Satyam. And order, Ritam. And a continual process, Samsaram. The wisdom of reincarnation. With shining beings of light, Devam. And as an individual light, Atman. Moving through the temporary world of appearance, Mayam. Then we use yogam in order to yoke back to Sunyam. So here we all are, in our unique bodies, with its mind and emotions, and even the animals. Maybe you can hear our little ashram cat, Kuchala, who has a unique physical appearance, but has the inner essence of pure consciousness, pure energy, pure light, and bliss. Those of you that have pets, watch them. They exemplify at times a beautiful expression of love and bliss, acceptance, warmth, comfort. This is unity in diversity. There are unifying forces. And we respect the outer diversity. From zero to many. This is closer to reality. Hence the Sanskrit, Tamil, Hindu, Nurtur term Brahman for the Big Bang, you see. Monotheism can be rather crude indeed, rather monistic polymorphism, dharmanupati dharmi. Monotheism, or linear thinking, one necessary but only one half of our brain, came to the conclusion that the earth was flat. But the Hindus knew it was round and moving, jagat, What do you think about that? The sun is round. The moon is round. The days go round. The seasons go round. So too round is our Nabi and our Bindu. Wake up to your inner wisdom, Hindu. So, wherever it is night and people are waking up, just stop and consider of the unifying inner essence as everyone wakes up in their very specific physical, mental, and emotional bodies with innumerable differences of appearance and language and culture to be respected. This is the world of Mayam. It's impermanent, it's temporal. The world of appearance, to be respected. It's impermanent within the permanence of this endless cycle of creation, preservation, and destruction. This is the meaning of Sanatan, eternal. Simply a recognition of the eternal nature of creation. Hence, no creator. Creation just is. And never using the word Sanatan and Sanatan Dharma to mean a one tradition or path that is universal. That's a complete misunderstanding of unity in diversity. There is an eternal nature that manifests in innumerable name and form, if you will. Hence, ekam sat vipra bahudha vedanti. The Hindu rishis, the Vipras, the poets, the Kavis, they simply recognize there's a unified consciousness, existences, ekam sat, which manifests in innumerable name and form. Ekam sat vipra bahudha vedanti. But remember that the outer form is to be respected, never confusing generalities and specifics, realizing their place in these ongoing, concentric, dharmic wheels of life, if you will. Just imagine plopping a stone down into a pond. From the absolute no-thingness comes the expansive nature of creation, the wheels of Dharma. Simply a word, as all words are, but it's how we convey these concepts. Meaning to hold, dri, understanding the inner essence, however subtle, to the manifest nature of creation, and back again. Now, as Hindus, we have chosen this Hindu yoga, religious, spiritual, scientific, philosophical lifestyle as a path to get through this particular incarnation, which is simply one of many, since the process is sanatan or eternal. in this lifestyle is understanding how things work in general, but respecting how specifically we are doing this process. We understand that there is a way back into the subtle experiences, and then as natural as the breath coming out into the external world, respecting all of its duality. For the very first vibration out of the no-thingness, remember, which is still something, but it's so subtle. This is duality. Physicists try and speculate on these inner manifestations using words, but eventually it boils down to a pure experience of the most subtle forms of energy, till poof, no thing. Sunyam, a Hindu Sanskrit word for the void, the no-thingness, the black hole, which then emanates out into the spiraling dance of creation, beautifully depicted by the image of the Hindu deity Sivanataraja, the dancing Shiva, holding the drum, Damaru of creation, the hand in Abhya Mudra, everything's okay, preservation, and the ball of fire in the other hand, destruction, the eternal dance of creation and preservation and destruction. And it's very interesting that at the Hadron Collider in CERN, there's a beautiful image of the dancing Shiva out front, thus bringing together an understanding of science and religion, of the dance of creation, preservation, destruction, of the wisdom of these spiraling energies. Meditate, contemplate on the spiral. In order to have the spiral, we must have the black hole in the center. The galaxies, the hurricane, the tornado, the huge breaking wave, the whirlpool, the twin helix, the intertwining Nag Devata, the snakes of DNA, the cochlea in the ear, the spiraling dance of evolution. From zero everything came, and back again, as the spiral simultaneously pulls in and pulls out. Centrifugal, centripetal, from the absolute no-thingness, Sunyam, to the expansive nature of creation, to where we are, where you are at this very moment, with a body, a mind, emotions, living in a certain place, with a name, an identity, an address, various designations, titles, professions, the choices that we have made, religion. For when we truly understand this religious process, we're simply trying to figure out what links or binds one together. Hence religio, religare. Other languages have their words. This is an English word, obviously, from the Anglo-Saxon root. Hindus use Sanskrit, among other languages. We use the word dharma, dri, trying to figure out what holds things together. Of course, remembering never to confuse generalities and specifics, even though to some religion is associated specifically with the monotheistic religions. It doesn't have to be. It's actually a very general term used by all scholars when trying to explain the various traditions around the world. However, when we use the Sanskrit terms dharma and yoga, this is very specifically about how a certain group of people are trying to figure out what holds them together, what holds life together. Never confusing generalities and specifics. So here we are, following our chosen ways to get through this incarnation, a never-ending wheel of samsara, reincarnation. So we go from this world of appearance, this impermanent within the permanent, the permanent cycle of creation, preservation, destruction. We realize that within this body, mind, and emotions is an inner essence, the Atmana. And obvious, since we are one Atmana, which we defined and experienced as Satchit Ananda, or love, light, and energy, if you will, the pure experiences of energy and light and love or bliss. We realize we are one Atmana among innumerable others, other beings of shining light, Devam, moving through this eternal cycle of samsaram, or reincarnation. And we realize there's an order to this. The evolving, evolutionary process. The truth of consciousness, pure existence, Satyam. To the expansive nature that is creation, Brahman. To the dissolution back to Sunyam. Life after life, day after day, as we go back into the deep sleep of nighttime, into that experience of which we know not, but which we desperately need in order to be something during the day. From the void, from the Sunyam, we expand out, Bri Brahman, into the Sarvam, the allness of creation, recognizing the Satyam, the pure consciousness, the pure existence, which develops order, rhythm. And in this order, we find Devam, shining beings of light, that move through samsaram, and Atmanan into the world of form, Mayam. And we use yogam as Hindus to yoke back. It's as simple as an out-breath and an in-breath. So we take a deep breath in through the Sunyam, the no-thingness. We exhale out into Brahman, Satyam, Sarvam, Samsaram, Devam, Atman, Mayam. And then recognize the specifics of this incarnation. And as Hindus, we live the lifestyle of yogam. Karma yoga, bhakti yoga, raja yoga, jnana yoga. Essentially, trying to do the right thing, ethics, devotion, meditation, contemplation, to the ongoing experience of enlightenment. In light we're meant to be. Om Tat Tvam Asi, that thou art. We are the Atmana of love, light, and energy, with emotions, mind, and body. Sat Chit Ananda. Dancing through samsaram. And having chosen and respect our path, our many paths through life, again, we have chosen the Hindu, yoga, religious, spiritual, scientific, philosophical lifestyle, a very recognizable path up the mountain, if you will. But we send out blessings and love to others who have chosen other paths through life to be respected. And we wish them well. We wish them peace, a full life, a tranquil life. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. And why not try and help each other? Especially those that are sick and suffering. Happens to all of us, physically, mentally, emotionally. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramayaha. Sarve bhatani pashantu ma kashya dukha bhag bhaved. And we take personal responsibility, always learning, going from untruth to truth, humbly admitting our ignorance, our lack of knowledge, as we move to an ever more enlightened state, and trying to experience the inner nectar, this inner bliss and love and light and energy. Om asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotir gamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya. And through it all, seeking peace, 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 which is not merely the absence of conflict, but the presence of justice, wisdom, shanti, shanti, shantihi.